What's going on, guys? Swin coming at you with another MLB The Show 19 video. Today's going to be a little bit different compared to a normal video. It's kind of like a recap video with some highlights, stuff like that. So we're going for 142 or more likes on this one. Subscribe if you guys are new, on the road to 43,000 subscribers. In the comment section, feel free to let me know maybe the most runs you've ever scored in an MLB The Show game or in a real life baseball game or both, anything like that. Feel free to follow on any of the social medias if you guys want to. Sub to the Fortnite channel down in that description. Thank you so much to our channel members for the extra support. Now, some of y'all might be looking at the title thinking, wow, did I just have my best ever game? Did I just like go off and have my best MLB The Show game ever? But sadly, that's not the case. I obviously wish it was. I think my most runs I've ever scored in an actual game where it seemed like my opponent was, trying for the entire game, I want to say probably like in between 20 and 30. I want to say 23, but for some reason 27 is sticking out in my head. I think we have a video of it up on the channel, so I'll have to go kind of dig around for that, check that out, see if I can remember what it was this year. But I think I either scored 23 runs or 27 runs in maybe even a 3-inning game earlier this year. I can't remember. I feel like it was an event game, but at the same time I can't remember. And this one, though, it was one of those cases where my opponent seemed to not be at their PlayStation. The controller was put down or something, and the pitcher was automatically throwing pitches. So it seemed like the controller was put down or something, and the pitcher was just automatically throwing pitches. So it was going to be their primary pitch, which I think in this case was maybe a four-seam fastball, and they're going to be around the middle part of the plate. Not necessarily down the middle, but they're going to be around the middle. And then once it's hit into the field, if it's not a home run, I could just go all the way home if I wanted to, because he's not moving at all with the fielder. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys the lineup for the team, and I'm hoping that I can have more gameplay with this team, because I really feel like this is a 12-0 team, one of my best hitting lineups of the year. I absolutely love it. But I'm going to show you guys the lineup, go through the first couple innings. Since the first couple innings, like my opponent, they had a 12-0 nameplate. They're obviously pretty solid at Battle Royale, and I was winning, I think 2-0 or something like that. But we were playing like a normal game, and then all of a sudden, once it got to the top of the third inning, for the first batter, my leadoff hitter, 94 Joey Gallo, Diamond Joey Gallo, I hit it, I think, into the outfield maybe, and my opponent just didn't feel the ball. They didn't throw the ball or anything, and I was able to go all the way home. And from that point on, it did not seem like they were at their controller for the rest of the game. So at the time, I was only 1-0. This was my second game with the team, and as you guys can see, we have leading off 94 Joey Gallo, that Diamond Joey Gallo, followed by live series Jorge Soler, live series Jay Bruce, 76 Miguel Sano, Diamond 98 Jim Edmonds, signature series 88 version of Mike Piazza, tops now Jorge Polanco, and then Gleyber Torres. So there's really just not a weak spot in this lineup. Gallo cards are insane. Jorge Soler, a lot of people love him for Battle Royale. Jay Bruce, and then that Miguel Sano card, both for me, just kill it in BR. Jim Edmonds, I love his swing. I love lefties in Battle Royale in general, and just in MLB, but Jim Edmonds is great. That card's amazing. He's great in BR too. 88 Mike Piazza, a great hitting catcher to have in Battle Royale. Jorge Polanco, that card, and then I think it's his live series card. Both of those I just seem to destroy the ball with. And then Gleyber Torres has been doing pretty solid for me when I've been using him in BR this year. So the first batter of the game for me, of course, is the Diamond Joey Gallo, and first pitch we see, he hits a home run to center field, and that is what I'm hoping can be done every single game in this BR run for me. I didn't do anything in the rest of the top of the first inning. The first batter that we faced was Jorge Soler in the bottom of the first. He hits it to the third baseman. We're able to knock it down, but he gets in there safely. Next up was Willie Stargell. Got into a full count with him, but then ended up walking him. So that made it 2 on and nobody down for 99, I believe, Ernie Banks. And he checks a swing to the first baseman. We're not quite able to get the double play, but we got the first down of the inning. So next up was, I believe, 87 Chipper Jones, and he hits kind of a shallow fly ball to center field. We have Diamond Jim Edmonds, signature series Jim Edmonds out there. Got a nice running start on it and are able to get the inning-ending double play, throwing the run around at home. Then in the top of the second, my first two batters we got out with, Jorge Polanco comes up 2 down and gets a nice double into the gap. I just love that card, though. Jorge Polanco cards have been killing it for me all year. Next up's Gleyber Torres, and he does pretty much the same thing, except to right field instead of left field, driving in that run, making it 2-0 for us. And then my pinch hitter, Ryan Schimpf, we ended up flying out to him to send it to the bottom of the second. And we just had a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. As you guys can see, the opponent for me was there. They swung, they flew it out. So I'm sitting here like, okay, it's a normal game. We're going to the third inning. They have probably scored more than 2 runs in an inning before if they've gone 12-0. So I need to probably be careful here and hopefully score some insurance runs in the top of the 3rd inning. And then I realized, hey, it's kind of taking a while for the pitcher to throw a pitch. So we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and eventually the pitch is thrown, and Joey Gallo, we got one right down the middle. We send it into the outfield, bounces off the wall, center fielder runs after, because there's always an outfielder running after the ball. Even when you're not at the controller, an outfielder will run after it. Sometimes they'll even catch the ball, which is what happened to us in this game to get the 3 outs in the inning. And the only thing is, they don't automatically throw the ball. So at that point, it's like, okay, my opponent doesn't seem to be there. And that's how it was for the rest of the inning. Like I said, this video is going to be way different from normal. I really wish I had been recording during this, so maybe I could have some commentary or something going. But for the rest of the video, I don't know if there's really going to be any commentary besides maybe me piecing it out at the end. But what I'm going to do is show you guys all of the home runs that went out of the park for the 3rd inning, and I think there was actually 15 of those. I want to say there were 15 home runs that went over the fence and were like actual home runs, not inside the park home runs. And then after that, I think I'm going to show you guys the entire inning, just sped up a little bit because I don't think anyone would want to sit there and watch it at normal speed. But I'm going to speed up the entire inning in case you guys do kind of want to see how it went down and everything, and how I scored the, I think it was 40 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. So if you guys want to see that, I'm going to show you guys, like I said, the 15 home runs. I think it was 15 that went over the fence. And then after those are done, it's going to be the entire inning just sped up. And then I'll probably just piece it down and have a quick little outro at the end for you guys. But also right now, if y'all enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment anything down below. Again, I'm sorry that it was different from normal. I wanted to get this gameplay up on the channel and just show it to you guys. Y'all might have seen it on my Twitter and everything, but I figured it was kind of fun, and some of y'all might enjoy seeing it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know it was definitely a little bit weird, different than a normal upload. This is not going to be like a consistent thing on the channel, but I just figured for today we could try it out, and maybe it would be a fun video.
Complete a cycle in the air to center field, and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is gonna be a home run. Here it is. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another. White the game. Belted high and deep into right center. Looking up is Soler. Here it comes. Gallo swings, so this one is crushed out to right field.
So as y'all can see, in the bottom of the 3rd inning, we just struck out somebody, the number 8 hitter, which brought up the pitcher spot. And of course, that opens the quick menu, prompting you to, you know, bring in a pinch hitter if you want to. And eventually the pause timer ran down, and my opponent hadn't been there, obviously, so I just said yes, and that ended up giving us the win, 42-0 for win number 2, starting off 2-0 with that team. Like I said at the beginning, I feel like this could be a 12-0 team. This is one of my best hitting lineups that I've had all year. I don't know what the bullpen's like. I don't really remember. I think it's not great. I want to say we have 2 lefties, and they're both common Aronzas. They're just not great, but I feel like I can hit well enough with this team to hopefully make up for the lack of bullpen. And I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was decent. And it's not going to be a normal thing because I don't want necessarily to make videos like this. If it does really well, maybe if we get, you know, more games like this in the future, I could try making videos like this. But it was a short amount of commentary. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel weird posting this long of a video that didn't have a lot of commentary, but I also wanted to show you guys the highlights from the game. So definitely a little bit weird. If y'all enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, anything, all that good stuff. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.